Every year, thousands of Brits head to Europe for a dream new life.
I feel relaxed already.
And breathe.
But sunshine and scenery and a great lifestyle need to be paid for.
We have to get going, because that's what we're here for, to run a B&B.
So to fund their fairy tale,
Champagne tastes and lemonade money.
brave Brits are taking the plunge and going into business.
What could go wrong?
On this series, we follow those expats, setting up anything from bars and boat charters in Spain
Suddenly, all hell breaks loose.
to vineyards and B&Bs in France.
We're in trouble.
But will they flourish? Or will they fail?
We have no money.
Oh, la la.
And can they really make a life in the sun pay?
If we don't give it a go now, there's always going to be that what if.
No pain, no gain.
On today's show,
Almost to the end. Or the beginning, should I say.
as Spain's newest fish restaurant attempts to open its doors, will its expat chef overcome some last-minute hurdles?
It looks the same, smells the same, but it's set the rice a really strange colour.
Two Londoners arrive in France,
Whoa, here comes the lorry.
but can they get their B&B open before the start of the season?
I'm very conscious that time's ticking by, and I have no income at the moment.
And can a British pub in the Costa del Sol
Happy Easter.
pull in the punters with its Easter Sunday service?
Watch this space. This is going to be the best bar in Fuengirola.
Andalusia, southern Spain. Home to some of the country's most spectacular scenery, it also produces world-class food. The region is the world's largest producer of olive oil. It is the birthplace of tapas and the world's most expensive spice, saffron. The crystal blue seas are home to over 700 species of fish, and now thousands of people come here to enjoy the unique gastronomic delights on offer. Chef Steve Hyatt and his wife Alison moved here from Dundee to open their own fine dining fish restaurant.
I've always wanted to move to Spain, you see. I've always loved Spain. See, you've got Malaga just up the road. Malaga's a lovely, lovely city. It's where Picasso comes from as well. You're not that far, really, to get to Portugal. Alison likes the skiing. We've been skiing in Sierra Nevada a few years ago.
26 years ago.
Was it? That was a few years ago, wasn't it? And you don't look a day older, darling. Yeah.
Sadly, you do.
Oh, OK.
The Hyatts are hoping their new restaurant will pay for a dream life. But already they've had to delay the opening by a month because of unexpected problems with everything from kitchens to bathrooms.
But we can't wait to get going. You know, we need to get going because we're going to run out of money otherwise. So we've really got to get going.
Now they're finally on the verge of opening.
Almost to the end. Or the beginning, should I say.
But first, Steve needs to sort the menu, so today he has an appointment with the fish rep.
She's supposed to have been here at 2 o'clock, but I don't know if it's 2 o'clock Spanish time or our time. I'm not quite sure yet. Oh, that's her, is it? Yes. Yeah. Gorgeous. I don't really want any fish. I've just got her to come in.
But after facing delays and problems with the renovation, there's another hurdle to overcome. Hablas español, Steve?
When you move somewhere, you think it's awkward, but because you forget what it was like in the UK, of all the problems you had there as well.
But you don't have a language problem in the UK.
I did in Dundee.
That's because you kept using the F word.
As you can see, even look at cod, how many different types of cod there are. They sell, I mean, it's a great range. And calamari, I just want to order calamari, and it starts here, it goes all the way down to, where are we? There. So you've got 20 calamari there, and then you find them on another page. So I don't know which calamari I want.
Today, Steve has enlisted the help of their new Spanish waiter, Oscar.
So just take a seat here, Laura.
So his fish wish list isn't lost in translation.
So he's going to translate.
He's happy, he's got a lovely lady.
Ah, no, you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. Okay. Lobsters.
Lobsters.
You have fresh lobsters?
Bogavante.
Still thinks he's got it.
Alive?
Yeah. See.
Bailando.
Yeah.
Dancing.
Yeah. Do you actually do tuna steaks?
Que si hace filetes de tuna. 12? 12?
Or 10? Whatever. No, not kilo. Not kilo. No.
filetes.
Individual. Or is it? Yeah, fillets. Oysters. The box 25. Yeah. What about fish bones?
Vale.
For stock.
Las espinas de algún pescado, ¿no?
Sí.
Pues,
Vale, para hacer el caldo, ¿no?
yeah.
Vale. Perfecto.
Yeah, is everything okay?
See, easy.
Easy, come on. You don't need me, you know?
No, sí, no puede faltar.
So that's another job ticked off Steve's to-do list. The first fish order of what he hopes will be many.
It'd be nice to order quite a lot every day. I'll be very happy then. very happy.
There's now only 2 days before opening,
Thank you, Laura.
but the to-do list is growing longer every day. Will the Hyats really be able to hit their deadline and finally start earning some money? In the southwest corner of France, midway between Toulouse and Bordeaux, is a little corner of paradise. Lot-et-Garonne is home to dozens of unspoilt villages and fortified towns. The mild climate and rolling landscapes make it a popular place for expats chasing a dream. And the cost of houses are staggeringly low, less than half of that in the UK. 2 days ago, project manager Catherine Morgan and her partner Kim Butler paid just €250,000 or £180,000 for this. Set in its own grounds, with a separate barn.
This particular bit of France is beautiful. It's very rural, it's very green, the houses are lovely. There's lots of space here. It's so not like London.
Catherine and Kim traded a modest 2-bedroom flat for this property. They plan to run a 2-bed B&B in the farmhouse and turn the barn into a self-catering gîte.
Just look around, why would you not want to live here? I've managed to sell a 2-bedroom flat in West London and buy a 4 at the moment to be 6-bedroom farmhouse with 4.5 acres of land for the same price. And it seems like a good deal.
Sounds perfect. All they need now is some furniture.
Whoa, here comes the lorry.
And now project manager Catherine can put her organisational skills to good use.
Where would you like your cactus? Before you make any rude comments.
Round mirror, the gold one.
In the salon.
Boxes everywhere, and such a lot to unpack. It doesn't have to happen in one day, does it?
No.
So I think it's going to take us weeks to finally get everything straight.
Yeah.
But time isn't on their side. Kim goes back to London in 2 weeks, and Catherine needs to get the B&B open so their new life can start paying for itself.
Over the next 2 or 3 weeks, the big priority is to get those 2 bedrooms, the bed and breakfast bedrooms done, because if people are coming to buy houses in this area, you know, people who've got a dream like us, then we'd be a really good stopgap for them to stay somewhere, and we can tell them what we've done.
Yes.
Although I don't want them setting up B&B.
Not closer to here.
Nearby.
No.
Catherine and Kim are also converting the barn into a self-catering gîte. Today, builders Kerry and Ian are back to start the hard work.
Work on the gîte started yesterday. It's quite exciting, isn't it? Work on the gîte started the day before yesterday because there was an awful lot of stuff in there that we didn't think was going to stay behind. And that was him, on cue. Thank you, Kerry.
Still a lot to do. Complete renovation, involves electrics, plumbing, you name it, we've got to do it. We want to get the floor down upstairs so we can start putting walls and the ceiling up. That's the next big stage, really, and moving forward.
Catherine and Kim have found out the work will cost at least €15,000 more than they've budgeted for and could take all summer. So it's vital they start work on the B&B in the main house.
Right, I'm going to go upstairs and start cleaning in the
other
four-poster room so that we're ready to put the bed up. Okay.
We're prioritising on getting the B&B ready. You've had a workout in the bathroom, haven't you?
Certainly did.
Cleaned every single surface. If it didn't move, you cleaned it.
That's right. This isn't my thorough cleaning. It's just to get the worst of it up so you don't walk it all around all the time.
But there's no time for slacking. It's already June and this business needs to open as soon as possible.
The second guest room needs to be done because I'm very conscious that time's ticking by and I have no income at the moment.
Yeah. Well, if you'll do that, I just might have to sunbathe. Hard job.
Yeah.
But with so much still to do, can Catherine and Kim open the B&B and take some bookings to cash in on the summer season? The Costa del Sol, an area of Spain where the sun rarely stops shining. Summer temperatures can hit the 40s, and even in winter they rarely fall below 15 degrees centigrade. Compared to the UK's below freezing winters, it's easy to see the attraction of moving here to set up home. And for Steve and Jill Lewis, that weather is proving totally life-changing.
When the sun's out, everybody's happy.
I just think, it makes you feel better.
It's a big difference.
You've got the same problems. You've got exactly the same problems. How are you going to pay your bills? Whatever, you've got exactly the same problems. But it's just nice when you get up in the morning and you're not thinking,
shining.
Do I need my coat? Do I need an umbrella? Do I need a jumper? Do I need a change of clothes just in case it gets warm?
Publican Steve and Jill moved here from Barrow upon Humber, hoping the sunshine of the Costa would put the spark back into their marriage.
Well, no, we came for a better way of life, really. We definitely certainly want escaping the hard work because it's been hard work, hasn't it? We knew that was going to be. But a better quality of life, you know, the sunshine, happy people.
Life's very, very short and anything can happen at any time. So if you want to do something and you can do it, do it.
Steve and Jill have just opened their traditional British pub on the beautiful Fuengirola Marina, serving home-cooked English food. They've had a good start, but now it's Easter Sunday, and they're determined to keep the tills ringing.
If somebody saw this, they would think there was in England. That's the ideal thing. That's what we've created. You know, you've got your typical English beers on. You've got your typical English Sunday roast on. You've got your fish and chips for Good Friday that we've just had. All they want now is, you know, a few kiddies to come in so we can treat the kiddies with an Easter egg. Oh, we'll go back there. We've had an Easter egg for nothing. You know, look after the kids. You know, they'll guarantee they'll come back.
They're hoping their carvery will be a hit again, and it's not long before the customers are queuing for a taste of home.
Looks lovely, doesn't it? Looks really
Have we got
nice.
any crackling today, have we?
Yeah, I think we'll find you a bit of crackling on here.
A bit of crackling, that'd be
That'll
lovely.
do your teeth in, won't
Yeah,
it?
that'd be great.
It's going very good. Everybody tends to enjoy the roast. Just had some more customers who's just arrived from England who come 8 times a year, and they said they've all been looking for a carvery for years. Now they've found one. Nice meaty gravy.
Lovely. Oh, look.
A good day to us at the moment will be to try and beat Mother's Day, which we had 30 booked for Mother's Day, and then we did something like 15 walk-ins, so say 45. 2 weeks ago, it rained all day Sunday and we thought we'd be dead. 1 portion of beef left out of 3 roasts. So it doesn't matter about the weather, still people like their Sunday roast.
Look at that.
Absolutely.
That's lovely.
The bee's knees.
Another satisfied customer?
Yeah, thank you.
Enjoy. The people that have just been up have been here before, and they're spreading the word. It's all word of mouth, and it's just getting better.
So the lunchtime carvery is a hit, and it keeps on getting better, as they are inundated by thirsty punters for the rest of the afternoon and evening.
You know, as you can see, we've been absolutely rammed. We've got a right sweat on. What's to do? I've had that pint for 2.5 hours. It's as warm as toast.
It's going so well, they need emergency sangria.
Please.
going, we'll get a glass of sangria. It's been made in 2 seconds. It doesn't have the true taste or flavour we like to do, to let it ferment over a few days. So this will be left fermented. Might have been on one of them cookery programmes, isn't it?
But with a thirsty crowd to satisfy, there's no time for patience with this batch.
That'll be ready to go. We'll get away with selling that if they need it.
It's been a day to rejoice. They've taken a staggering €970.
The place is full, the place is rocking, everybody's enjoying themselves. This is the start of things to come. Watch this space. This is going to be the best bar in Fuengirola. I'm needed back on the bar, 2 secs. Happy Easter.
Oh, thank you.
Happy Easter, darling.
Steve and Jill's first Easter Sunday has been a huge success.
Happy Easter. Enjoy.
But they need to be this busy every day, not just on special occasions. So now they're counting down to their first big cabaret act, which they're relying on to keep pulling in customers throughout the summer.
Happy Easter, darling.
You know, there's 15, 20 bars on this front. We're all fighting for the same customers.
Nobody else on the marina is doing music, so hopefully that's what we want to attract.
In a quiet hamlet on the outskirts of Guérin in southwest France, Londoners Catherine and Kim are getting used to a very different outlook on life.
I'm getting away from city life, from the stress of a 9 to 5, from travelling on the tube, from a polluted, stressful city environment that actually made me feel quite ill.
This new home couldn't be more different to London. Catherine and Kim have swapped a small back garden for a lush meadow with fig trees and orchards.
Ultimately, this will be the place that people come and relax in. I mean, this is one of the big sellers for this as a holiday location. And it needs to look nice, doesn't it?
I mean, just have this as a nice environment that looks well kept, because it's the first impression that they'll see when they turn up.
Kim is convinced this chore is for her, but it's a bit different to home.
So this one puts the cutters down.
From the moment we saw this grass cutter, he said, I want to do that.
Yep. Yeah. I've always wanted to ride a lawnmower.
It was love at first sight.
Yeah.
And you sit at a desk, and
I
now
sit
you
at a
can
desk,
sit
and
on
now
the
I can
machine.
sit on a lawnmower.
Time for these city girls to have their first lesson in country living.
Reverse, neutral, and then
Yeah, I think
graded.
it gets faster and faster as you move it forward. So everything has to be in neutral, and this has to be off.
Yeah, okay.
If you could leave the trees uncut, that would be good.
I like doing stuff like this, DIY, but we're both very hands-on, which probably help here.
Yeah.
I might be allowed to do some more, you never know. We have a very, very small garden back in the UK.
You swapped, you know, not cutting any grass to mowing a meadow.
Yeah.
When she arrived, Kim was not sure about leaving London, but it seems she's falling for the French way of life.
Settling in here has been quite easy. It's just so much more relaxed here, and the thought of going back knowing that I've got to get on the tube in London and, you know, go and do a paid job is quite a tough one. I do love it here. It's great. It's the not seeing Catherine for, I mean, this time it's going to be 2 weeks that I won't see Catherine and Louis. It's not the material things, it's the people and dog things that I think is going to hit me as, you know, I'm not going to see these for a couple of weeks. Right now, I want to stay here. I don't want to go back. But, and you know, the reality is, you know, I've got to. But I'll cross that bridge when I get to it, I guess.
It's 3 days later, and today's the day Kim has to go home.
Going back to the UK today, I suppose very, very mixed. It'd be nice to get back.
as we go on and I get used to the travel, and there will be other periods of 2 weeks, I think they'll be easier, but I think this one's going to be particularly hard. Today is very much a mixture of feelings. It's a mixture of sadness that I'm saying goodbye, but also a rather overwhelming feeling that I need to start work on getting the business, getting the house ready so that I can have paying guests. This will be make or break time, you know. If I can't get the bed and breakfast up and running, I haven't got an income, I won't be able to afford to carry on.
After an emotional goodbye...
Say hello to London from me.
Catherine heads back to the countryside alone.
She'll be in the air. She'll have done an hour by now. Halfway there. It's quite quiet. It's quite odd. It still feels like I'm a visitor here. I don't feel yet that I belong here.
And the reality of building up her new business alone suddenly dawns on her.
I know there's a great long list of things to do. It's almost a daunting list of work and preparation, and I need to work out a prioritised list of what I'm going to do and when I'm going to do it. I don't know what it's going to take and how long I've got to live here to feel as though I'm a part of this place. But at the moment, it's a bit like being the caretaker.
In Mijas Costa on the Spanish coast, Steve and Alison Hyatt believe they've found the perfect place to escape to.
So lovely here, isn't it?
Yeah, super view. Well, just one of the reasons why we chose this area, because it's a beautiful place to live. It really, really is. It's Alison's favourite wine, but obviously it's going to make it now her favourite pasta.
Steve will be head chef in their new restaurant and is finding out that buying ingredients in a foreign country can be a frustrating experience.
Ingredients in Spain. It really is a bit hit and miss. They have some extremely good products and they have some rubbish products. This is one of the biggest problems you have in Spain, is finding fresh milk, fresh cream, double cream, whipping cream, single cream.
But that's not going to deter Steve, who's had years of practice, including cooking for the rich and famous.
Frank Sinatra, very nice guy. Ross shows him a restaurant in Dundee. Well, the Queen as well over the years, twice. The Queen's easy. Alison's difficult.
He's a perfectionist. Well, not all people that call themselves chefs have that sort of level of attention to detail. Has been known to throw a pan across the kitchen because something got burnt, you know? You just have to make sure you're not in the way.
Just to finish it off.
But now perfectionist Steve's exacting standards are going to be put to the test. It's the day before the big opening. The Blue Marlin is a hive of activity, and in the kitchen, Steve and his team are prepping for tomorrow's service.
Yeah, all go today. Non-stop, I'm afraid. All the deliveries, checking on the prices. Probably won't get out of here until later on tonight. And they came in at 10 this morning. Yeah, so we've got all the sauces are to be done, all the fish has got to be prepped. So we've got the stocks on the way.
Meanwhile, Alison is taking delivery of their new wine glasses.
They're crystal rather than just a glass. So there's just that lovely sound you get with crystal that you don't get with glass.
But though the glasses are great, they currently have no way of cleaning them. The dishwasher has given up the ghost.
So it's constantly trying to fill, so it's just cold water all the time. It's not washing. We're actually going to be opening a month late. It's just there's a lot of things that were wrong with the building that we didn't foresee, things that needed to be updated, which has been quite costly. But if you want to operate, you've got to make sure you're operating within the law.
In the back, Steve is having his own kitchen nightmares. There's a problem with his mussels.
Well, they're supposed to have come clean. You can buy them clean, you see. Well, they didn't come clean, unfortunately. And they are a mess, they really are. I mean, they've been straight out to sea and delivered straight here with the looks of them.
Despite these problems, Steve and Alison are determined that their launch night will be perfect.
Tomorrow we'll be back in here 9:30, 10 o'clock-ish. There's a lot being delivered tomorrow. The wine, the spirits, the beers. There's still some food to come. I've still got to do price lists, still got to do the menus. It's been a bit harder than we thought it was going to be.
But the next morning, there are more problems to solve. Steve and Alison are missing some special pasta plates, oil, and to top all that, they've got the wrong tuna.
Tuna, pasta bowls, and oil.
So tomorrow I've got a loin of tuna coming.
So Alison is being dispatched to the shops.
Couldn't get the oil that I was looking for, so probably have to go into the local shop. But yeah, we've got fresh rolls, the cheesies, the tuna that wasn't delivered, the right tuna, and a few other bits and pieces.
Meanwhile, at the restaurant, Steve's bracing himself for a busy service.
Just finished the meat, the lobsters, just been done, all trimmed, ready to rock and roll. Just got to clean up now and just get ready for service.
It's 6 p.m. and the doors of the Blue Marlin are open for business. Well, sort of.
Opened up quite easy a couple of days ago. Looks like it's come off the runner. What's it? WD-40. There we go. I think it's just here. It's needs a bit of something on it.
Within half an hour, locals are starting to show an interest in the newest restaurant in town.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like it?
And it's opening today?
Yes, now. Yeah.
Can I take a look?
Of course, yes, you're welcome. Yeah, sure.
What do you serve? Mostly fish or?
We do 2 steaks. There's a fillet steak and a ribeye steak. Yeah.
Real tired.
But the question is, with so many restaurants to choose from, will any of the window shoppers come through the door?
Worried that nobody's been in yet.
Yeah, there we go.
In the town of Fuengirola, just down the coast from Mijas Costa, Steve and Jill Lewis have been running their British boozer for almost 3 months. They've had a good start to the season, but now it's the height of summer, the most competitive time of year. So they've put on extra attractions to try to lure in the holidaymakers.
Hello. How are you doing? All right?
I'm fine. How are you? Nice to see you. Are you excited?
Very. I'm nervous.
Oh, yeah. I'm a little bit nervous.
Tonight they've booked the Costa del Sol's hottest new act.
If I set those to like a pink and a bluey white, can you see?
Paul Burnham will later transform into the glamorous Guapatini.
This, £800 this cost. My favourite comment is when I have men come up to me with their wives and they say, well, I wasn't going to come and see a drag show. There's no way you're going to get me to come and see a drag show. But my God, you've changed my mind. I've had a great night. Now that's better than all the applause and all the laughter put together. Got goosebumps telling you that.
To cover Guapatini's fee, they've pre-sold 50 tickets at €5 each.
Keep your tickets on in case you're coming in and out. You've got your 2.
But a rush of punters without tickets at the door is causing a seating problem.
Yours is not ordered?
No, because...
Right, so what you will need to do is, obviously you want to sit with them, you'll need to put another seat on that end of their table. They're on table 6. 24, please.
Oh, doing all right, but I'm a bit annoyed now about it.
Well, if nobody tells me, love, I'm not a mind reader, I'm sorry.
Once the seating is sorted, the show can begin.
There was a musical composer in London, you may have heard of him, a little-known composer called Andy Lloyd Webber.
And Guapatini doesn't disappoint the crowd.
was something different.
It was ace. I'm not really into drag artists, and I was really quite surprised how good it was. I thought she was very good. We want to get him in Barra. We think he'll go down very well.
Tonight, Steve and Jill have taken €420 in ticket sales alone, more than covering Guapatini's fee. In addition to this, the bar took well over €1,000.
Couldn't have asked for a better turnout. I've had more people just turn up on the night. And yeah, a little bit stressful trying to sort them out, trying to sort tables out, trying to squeeze them in. Well, that's show business, isn't it? You know, and what a night. Couldn't have asked for anything better.
Guapatini has helped make this the Mariners' best night yet.
I've had lots of comments already about putting the fun back in Fuengirola, putting the spirit back in Fuengirola. You know, we're expected taking us 2 years to get established. I think, you know, if we carry on with these cabaret shows, it's going to make it.
But it's still early days. Can the Mariners keep up the good work and continue to pull in the punters for the rest of the summer? And make the bar a permanent fixture in Fuengirola? The Lot-et-Garonne in the south of France. And brand new B&B owner Catherine Morgan has no regrets about swapping a daily commute on the tube in London for a more laid-back life.
I find living here, I'm permanently aware of what the weather's doing. I'm aware of the sunrise and the sunset and what the sky looks like and what's happening out in the garden. And, you know, as the fruits start to ripen on the trees, there's nothing so wonderful as picking plums off your own tree and making jam and things like that.
As well as a B&B, Catherine is turning the barn into a self-catering gîte. So today, Catherine is in the town of Casteljaloux, 14 miles from home, for an important meeting with the tourist office.
It's fantastic here. It's absolutely delightful.
The town's name translates to Jealous Castle. Set amongst rolling hills, it's famous for being a historic spa town, with people coming here to enjoy its stunning architecture and find rest and relaxation in the historical baths. Catherine's turning her attention towards the business of B&Bs, but she's never done this in England, let alone in France.
I've got an appointment with the director of the tourist office here, and we're going to have a meeting about setting up the gîtes and B&B and what she can do, marketing, advertising, that kind of thing.
Vous êtes Madame Casola?
Oui,
on s'est pas vu encore. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Okay. We want to start a new activity with self-catering cottage and heavy guest houses also.
And also, if I can do some advertising on the tourist information website and your advice.
Possible.
Catherine's rural location means she's unlikely to get passing trade, so she needs help to put her property on the map.
It's outside Guérin. It's a little tiny hamlet, like a tiny, tiny village called Lodé.
We are in charge of the promotion of 27 villages on our area, and Guérin belongs to the area.
Yes.
Okay, so it's possible to work with us. This kind of advertisement, a photography, a description, tariffs.
But before she can market the property, Catherine needs to learn the law of the land.
And this is the complete law for guest houses.
Nice thickness. Thank you very much.
Very large. Even in French, it's not very easy to read.
Really?
But if you have someone to translate.
Yes. There's a lot of admin. I think l'administration in France is almost like the mill round your neck.
For the guest house, there are things to know.
There's rules about what kind of food I can offer. There's rules about breakfast.
There are things to know. Yes. Important things to know.
You have to have a drinks licence to serve tea and coffee at breakfast. And you think, it's not alcoholic. I suppose it's the caffeine.
Because
this has been a real wake-up call for Catherine.
I think what worries me is there might be things that I don't know about that somebody hasn't said, and I'm culpable because I'm ignorant. As long as nobody dies, it should be all right.
She may not be able to serve tea to paying guests yet, but Catherine can make a brew for the neighbours. So as a dress rehearsal for her B&B, she's planning to host a traditional English tea party, complete with homemade scones and cake. And back at her rural retreat, the preparations are underway.
If it's not under chuffer cheese, it'll be under puffer pastry. Cheese straws, 366. We're inviting people to a pendaison de crémaillère. So that's housewarming. And I've said it's going to be in the style of an English afternoon tea with traditional cakes and pastries. So I'm committed now. There's no backing out. Sage, brilliant. And I did ask for people to call me to let me know the number of invitations. Some people called me and said, could I call them back? And I called them back and I didn't really understand what they said, whether they were coming or not coming. So I don't know how many people I'm catering for. So I'm just going to do lots. Rough puff pastry is a cross between flaky and puff. And it's easy to make. Thank goodness for that. Well, we're about to find out if I'm a good baker or not. I haven't made pastry since I was at school. It can't be grilling things because that's just doing the top. That's cake. That's roasting things, so that's got the turny round thing in it. Cuisson multiples. I'm doing cuisson multiples, I'm sure I am. I'm hoping they'll be open to trying new things, and if they don't like it, they don't like it. 12 minutes. There'll be something that they'll be able to eat. I need to get on and do the next lot. Right, I'm coming. Stop bleeping.
It looks like Katrin could use some help.
Now, hang on a minute. I'm going to leave them on for a bit longer.
Thankfully, though, Kim will be back tomorrow to lend a hand.
It's a bit early for a gin and tonic, isn't it? No, I'll go for a glass of wine then. OK.
In Mias Costa on the Costa del Sol, it's the opening night of the town's newest fish restaurant. But the Hyatts still haven't managed to reel in a single customer.
Worried that nobody's been in yet.
I don't think anybody's anywhere at the minute.
In the kitchen, Steve's raring to go.
Now I've got the lobsters done, and the pepper sauce is done, and all the bits and pieces for the monkfish, and the oysters wrapped all the meat and stuff a bit better now. So I think I'm just about there.
And a potential disaster caused by lack of plates has been averted. Steve has found some emergency crockery.
We'll do it for tonight, but it's not the same pattern as we've got on all the rest of the plates. She who is never wrong will not admit she forgot to order them.
You've always been a big mouth, so I can hear you fine.
But now Steve's got an even bigger problem to deal with. There's trouble with his lobster thermidor. His turmeric rice has turned a funny shade of orange.
Rice that I bought, the basmati rice here, I don't know, I've never seen a rice cooked like it. It was like 5 minutes in the water and went to mush. And the turmeric here is not very good either. It looks the same, smells the same, but it's sent the rice a really strange colour. So I may have to give them something else instead, but unfortunately it's already on the menu. So maybe I'll talk to the Indian restaurant and see what he's got. Did you get basmati rice, love?
Yes, it's in there.
Thank you. Get that on then.
Steve has no choice because within an hour, it's the moment everyone's been waiting for. The customers start to arrive in force.
So where would you like to sit tonight, gents? Do you want to be inside or out there?
After setting up a new life overseas and a stressful renovation, Alison has taken her very first order in her new dream business.
Oh, that's great. It's like, at last. Achieved it. Oh, they're eating off our daily special menu, which is 2 courses for €20. So they're having tuna, and then the gentleman is having our catfish with the Cajun. Good day, good day.
And within minutes, more customers arrive and Steve is rushed off his feet.
Always tell when the bricks are in.
Now, sir, your bang bang shrimp.
There's a bang bang.
There you are.
It's been a bit stressful, obviously, because it's your first time, most of it, but it's gone very well. Bit of a learning curve as well, obviously. Customers seem happy, so that's the important thing. Oh, and the wife's happy, that's the even more important thing.
It was nice tonight. We did 15 people. They all were very happy. So yes, we did just a nice amount for our starter night. My feet are sore. But I'm feeling very relieved that we have some money in the till. Glad we're actually back to doing what we like doing.
Yeah. I like cooking, she likes shouting at me. 8 work's a treat.
It's a successful night after what has been a real battle to get to the finish line.
We don't remember the setbacks now
No,
because you
we'll
just
just
get
look
over
ahead.
it.
It's
Yeah.
behind you, it's done. We're celebrating something that's happened.
Yeah, move on.
You know,
It's very short. I mean, it doesn't feel like so long ago I was 25 or when I met Alison at 30 odd. It just doesn't seem, it doesn't seem like we've been together so long.
yeah, it does.
Okay.
You knew I was going
Well,
to
for
say
you
that.
it does. For you it does. For me it does.
Over the next week, customers keep on coming and the great feedback for the Hyatts continues.
Fish was so fresh and the flavours were just absolutely amazing. Definitely going to be coming back.
Lovely, everything lovely. The presentation's great, the personality of the people here are great.
We're happy to be here tonight and we will be back.
But Alison and Steve still have a long way to go. They need to keep on reeling in the customers throughout the summer season if they are to have any chance of recouping the overspend they made in opening their dream restaurant. Next time.
The benefits of life out here are, oh my goodness, 15-fold.
A new life in the sun for these great escapers.
We're doing what we want. I'm living my dream.
But can they make their new business pay?
It's absolutely essential we have customers because there are no funds to get ourselves through the winter.
After a great opening night,
I'm feeling very relieved that we have some money in the till.
Can Steve and Alison keep the tills ringing?
I don't think it's easy to earn a living because a lot of people have tried it and failed.
And how will Catherine,
How long have we got to go before people get here?
cope with her biggest cooking challenge?
Idiot, 1 ounce of sugar and 2 ounces of sultanas.